will put pictures up. Look at, I found an alien somewhere or something.
Like the Loch Ness Monster got believed in 1950 when they can't put that thing in the water. Now look what people can do.
Yeah. And people will believe anything, you know. If you get that much of a following, people will believe anything. Which my opinion is where religion come from in the first place.
But that's what I said earlier. But and not, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like in a scheme of things though, like a story like I've always my true opinion on religion, since we're on that topic and people ask, is I believe there was something at some point back in the day where something happened and stories were told. It's just I can't put my belief in the story in case of the concept of Chinese whispers, right? So that's my skepticism when it comes to religion.
More thinking logical.
Yeah, I've got a logical, and
Well,
I think everything logically,
your
everything,
logic. That's
always,
your logic, right?
Yeah, like 5,000%,
Right.
logic.
5,000, you reckon?
5,000%.
Not 500?
No, 500.
Well, my logic on religion still, even though I don't like talking about it, but just my own thoughts on the matter is when you see Christmas time, or whenever it was, when the Mary had gave birth to Christ in the barn, Virgin Mary, mind you, and the three wise men. Now my picture on that is
Okay, we are uncensored and unfiltered, but we are not unedited. We did have to remove a little section of this video and leave that up to the imagination, just so we don't get banned by YouTube.
You were doing so well without getting cancelled, today.
I won't even reply to that.
well.
So,
But everybody's allowed
everybody's
thought
got a
process,
theory,
and I get what you're saying to a degree.
Yeah.
so can I touch on this?
Yep, 100%.
You spoke for me before and basically said how you both are atheist, right?
Yeah.
And then you kind of touched on and said that you kind of thought that I was on that path as well, which isn't true. Because I grew up my whole life going to church with my grandmother. I don't per se believe that, or it's not even that I don't believe. I don't know, so it's hard to believe, right? I don't know. But I've always had a feeling that someone's watching over me, and I don't know why. My nana's always prayed for me, and she's always told me she's praying for me. And anytime something's going on in my life, she says, I'll do a prayer for you, and she does prayer groups and stuff like that. And the amount of different things that I've been through in my life that I've come out on the other side, one, learning the lesson that I was obviously supposed to learn, but two, getting through safely. Like I've been through major car accidents. I've had to go to court for things that I shouldn't have been involved in, all these different things, and it's always worked out for me. And I just have this weird sense that it's my nana praying for me and someone's been looking after me. Do you know what I mean?
I look at that as karma. See, when I break it down, if I'm going to believe in something, it's karma. And I feel like if you do something good and you put good energy out there, at some point it's going to reciprocate and come back around. And I think that's that kind of thing. It was like, well, yeah, I did X, Y, Z. An example was last week, shouted somebody lunch, and then the next day, hey, here's this crayfish and power and fish fillet. Shout out to the bro Leighton. But you know, that for me, I looked at that as like good karma, as
but I don't know,
concept for me to believe in.
I find it hard. I understand what you're saying, but then also I went through a stage in my young teenage years where I was just a little shithead, and consistently I shouldn't have had any good karma because I was just an egg and just made dumb decisions. And then I went through a series of events that put me into bad places, and I continued to get through the next side with minor repercussions. Like there was things, it just didn't seem right how I kept getting through so well. And then I think it was when I started to get older, I started realizing, wow, I really should start counting my blessings and start taking advantage of all the good around me, not the bad. So that's when I started kicking certain people and habits and all that sort of stuff and turning myself into who I am today. And again, that's why I have always felt like I've had someone watching over me, which is why I started to more respect myself and make better decisions, because I feel like someone's watching me.
I've started feeling like that since Grand Pass, and it's not that, I don't know. See, this is like the layers of it, like, because it comes to spiritual, it comes to beliefs, it comes to religion, it comes to all these different layers to it. But at the end of the day, I feel like, you know, an individual can just have their own thought process and
100%.
cope with mechanisms and, you know, beliefs and that. And for me, I feel like it just is comforting. Like if I'm sitting there in the studio late at night, for me, I kind of go, well, if there is any concept of Gran still being able to watch over me in any capacity, well, she can see how hard I work, you know. That's how I feel, and I feel like now I'm doing it with pride, you know, because I feel like I've got her behind me. Yeah.
Yeah, so that gives people comfort knowing that sort of thing, you know, and that's all good and well. Like I say, everybody can have their own preferential thoughts on the whole matter, and it's best left to that. It's best left to people's own.
What's your belief? What do you?
I-
and you've
I-
got all this
I-
years of life. How do you?
I
Be
started
careful
off
what you say.
Yeah, don't get cancelled.
my father was a strict Catholic, all right, and so we was brought up, was made to do things, you know, whether we wanted to or not. And so I started off in Catholic schools, and then I went to the Brothers. I went to St. Bernard's and Lower Hutt, the thing, and just the whole system, you know.